that
So,
comes
so
at
does
you.
this, the American dream, and we talk a lot about the American dream at the Milken Institute, does that still exist in the same way in the United States?
Well, yeah, to get to the point of like, why do they go there? They go there because that's where all the other smart people are. And if you want to create wealth, if you want to change the world, either one of those, it's a byproduct of knowledge. You have to create new knowledge. And that's going to happen when you're around all the other really intelligent people. So if you go back through human history, at any given time when there was a revolution going on, there was an intellectual revolution going on, whether it was industrial revolution, they were all in Manchester or London, or if it was during the Greek times in the city-states, they were all in Athens. The same way, now the information age revolution is going on. You want to be where all the other people are. They tend to gather in one place.
And why are so many of them leaving then? Why,
Leaving where?
leaving California.
They're not. They're going back. That's a myth. That is an absolute myth. If you're on the ground, they're all coming back. Miami, 80% of them have come back.
Really?
The only place you could argue where they have moved to is some of them went to New York. And the crypto industry has largely been forced out due to heavy-handed regulations. And I think a lot of biomedical innovation is also being forced out because of heavy-handed regulations. Not new ones, but ones that are kind of holding back biomedical research. In fact, Dubai is becoming a hotspot for that, I would argue. So I think there are certain regulatory factors where they get pushed out. But if they're not being actively pushed out, they are still in Silicon Valley.
And do you think the role and responsibility of founders has changed, especially as founders become celebrities, it seems? And does
I
it
don't
take a
think
different
the good ones
personality
do,
type?
not until they're successful. If you're ending up in Forbes 30 under 30 or on the cover of magazines, that's not conducive to being a good founder. All the value comes from a few hundred genuine, brilliant tinkerers who are there for the love of the game. They're there for the love of the craft. They're there because they're creating something that they want to see exist. I genuinely believe Elon when he says he wants to die on Mars. And so these kinds of people, Ilya Sutskever, the genius behind OpenAI, and Greg Brockman and others, obviously, and Sam Altman, but these are people who have been working at the edge of their knowledge to try to figure out something new for decades. They are not there to be famous. Fame is a byproduct, and honestly, anyone who's on this stage, like me, talking about something like that, you shouldn't trust 100%. We're not the real deal. The real power, the real knowledge, the real wealth, the real creativity derives from a small number of modern, you could call them scientist inventors, the new Thomas Edisons, the Henry Fords, the Nikolai Teslas.
And who are they?
Who are the new ones?
Yeah.
I mean, they're people you've never heard of. They're that geeky kid standing in the corner at the AI hackathon, who's shipping something that you can barely even understand or describe. You can find a lot of them on Twitter, but good luck sorting out the wheat from the chaff. But by the time they're known and they're famous, then maybe like Elon, they still have ambition and they still keep driving, but they're not